Okay, so it's about time I gave y'all a story time because I haven't in such a long time. I think the last time I even did a story time was yeah, but this one's gonna be a little bit different because one, I'm not doing this with the Japanese and English transition because I just don't freaking feel like it, and because it's about romance in the beds. I know. So this is what happened. A Japanese high school boo thing. What went down? What went down? First of all, I have to make another video about this because I think I made a video about making pen pals before and then it sucked because it was like my first YouTube video and I totally took it down. So I will make another one of those soon. But I was on this site called Japan Guide and I was basically trying to find Japanese pen pals that I can talk to just for practice and just, you know, my studies or whatever. And I think I got like a couple of messages back from, I always get a lot of messages back from all types of different people. There's no like photo necessarily of you. You just kind of write your name, like 3 of your hobbies if you're a student or something like that, and then you have like this area of text that you're allowed to use to kind of describe your personality and just whatever you do. And I guess people based off of that will click, oh, send a message, and then it sends you a message to the inbox that's like inserted or like located in that particular site. From there, if y'all have enough like back and forth dialogue or whatever, you can decide whether or not you want to give that person an email or like your Skype address, username, whatever. And so I was doing that with like a couple of people, girls, boys, whatever, and they're usually all like around the same age as me. That's where I found my well, Japanese friends, I call them friends now, Chika and Kazu and them, through this particular site. But there was this one guy that I met through this site, and his name was Yuya. Now, Yuya was, I think, 3 years older than me. He was in high school, and this was like a really early high school. So I probably was like 14 or 15 or something like that. Anyways, me and him hit it off immediately. Like, I seriously remember going on Skype like one night, and normally it's like, oh, nanka Savannah desu, yoroshiku onegaishimasu, mitaina. I don't know, those types of like, oh, hi, my name is this, nice to meet you type of conversations. And then you guys try to like, you know, learn out more about each other on Skype, and then whether or not you feel comfortable, you might like Skype video chat with them. And so this is basically what me and Yuya were doing. We were talking, it was normal, and then he was like, oh, you should totally video chat me. Now I get it. Normally when you're talking to these people on like video chats or whatever, it seems like super sketchy because you don't know if the person's like a freaking like pedophile or something. But I never really got that situation, so just don't think about that. Anyways, Yuya's like, ooh, we should video chat and, you know, Skype with each other. And, you know, it was night here but early in the morning there, because as you guys know, if you're familiar with Japan, the time difference is like 12, 13 hours, 14 something hours. So it's crazy. But anyways, it was daytime there. He calls me. As soon as he calls me, we're into like this beautiful conversation. It was like, I'm not saying like, I was like, ooh, he's so hot. It was this, the conversation was like really natural and I didn't feel like uncomfortable. And I think, it's like the same thing that happens when you meet somebody in real life. Like, just certain people you click with, some people you don't. He was easy to talk to. So, we literally ended up talking almost like every day, all the time, non-stop. Like, I woke up, konnichiwa, went to sleep, oh yasumi. Like, it was just a constant stream of like chats and Skype calls between him for a long time. And I think around 3 months into it, I kind of started to like him. Now, keep in mind, I had this other Japanese pen pal girl named Yuri at the time. She's still on my Facebook. We don't talk that much, but I introduced her to him via Skype call. So we used to do like these awesome like international group chats on Skype with like her French boyfriend and Yuya and me, and I thought it was just amazing how we were able to connect to people all around the world. And so she kind of knew how I was feeling, like Yudi, you know. And that was that. And so obviously like there was flirting going on, and I totally was just like having this huge crush on Yuya. And I don't know if he caught on to it, but I remember like months and months into it, like he would start saying stuff like, oh, you're pretty, and like, oh, this. And I just kind of blew it off for like the longest time. I was like, whatever, there's no way. Like I didn't even think anything of it. I just thought, oh, I liked him, and there was no thought of him possibly liking me at all, because this is over the internet. Like I don't know, I just didn't think about it. But anyways, one day I think he told me, like, I think we were having like one of those international group chats, and Yudi was like talking to him on the group chat, and I think they thought that I left, and maybe they totally could have set this up so they can like, so she can like get him to say it in front of me without me knowing, whatever. But he said something, and she was like, oh, 바랬다, like 바랬다, like the secret's out, you know. And he was like, eh, nani nani가, and like, 소리 때 me, like, you know, he was getting all defensive and shit. And like, oh, Savannahのことが好きだって言ったじゃん. Like, you just said that you like Savannah, like Saba. And I'm just gonna call myself Saba in this situation because they used to call me Saba for my nickname. So, Saba のことが好きって言ったじゃんって彼に呼ばれて、でそこから全部を否定し始めたんですけど、やっぱり彼の顔がちょっと赤くなって、あ、本当かなって自分に思っていました。So I was really, really excited. Like, I was sitting behind the computer like,
and again, this super sexy Japanese guy loves me. We're gonna fall in love, and I'm gonna see him when I go to Japan for the first time, and it's gonna be like a magical romance anime movie. Yeah.
So a couple weeks go by. I acted like I didn't hear a word, and it was just all well and dandy, right? Eventually he asked me out. He was like, ちょっと質問があるんだけどいい? And I was like,
anything you need, baby.
サボのことが好きだと思うよ。嘘. Like, nah, nigga, you lying. 本当に好きになってきて、ちょっと付き合ってくれる? And I was like, because I was so freaking excited. So I'm over here like, my heart, my kokoro. And so from that point on, I thought like it was just so official. And I know it was because like I was young and everything, and this was like on the internet, but who cares, because this is seriously what happened. And he is literally like the reason why my Japanese got so good in between like middle school and like early like my high school experience. It was because of him. So he shall not be forgotten. He started dating. It was lit. But I noticed some like ugly things about him into the relationship, and I guess this is when it starts getting a little bit juicy. Okay, I don't know if it's juicy like drama juicy, but like it's juicy in that we don't like, it's just juicy. Okay, so we're dating, and first thing I noticed, he hated school. Like, he would always talk about how he hated going to school, and I was a very studious person, so I was just like, ping, red flag, he's a dumbass, you should dump him. 2, he never introduced me to his friends as his girlfriend. Like, he always said like, this is just like his friend. And so, and how do I know this? Was because, like I said, like how we did international group chats or whatever, he would have his friends like over at his house, or like they would be out and about like at the park or something, and we would be Skyping, and like his friends would be like, oh, like, 誰と話してるの? って like he would ask his friends like, oh, 誰と話してる? Or his friends would ask him that, who are you talking to? And then he would be like, oh, Sarah, like a アメリカ人の友達って私のこと呼んでたの だからもちろん彼女と全然違うじゃん、関係的には。友達と彼女っていう意味は全然違うから、私がちょっと怒ってきて、なんで彼女と呼ばないのって彼に聞いて、で、ever since that time, he was just kind of like, why do you want to know? Why you need to know? You don't need to know. Like, it's not that he said I didn't need to know, but he would like put it on me, you know, like I was crazy, like I was the crazy one. So I was like, you know what, fine, whatever. And so I noticed that like later into the thing, even though we were talking every day, like the communication started to like dwindle because I was just wondering why he would never like tell his friends that he liked me. Because like if nobody else was there, or if it was Yudi or like her French boyfriend that was on the Skype call, we would be like, he would be so nice all the time, and like it was just so great. And we would send each other like pictures, like he sent me like this postcard thing, and it had like pictures of him and his friends like on this like mountain with motorcycles, and like it was like a really cool thing. Like it was really cool having him in my life. So I couldn't really understand why he wouldn't be nice to me like outside of just me and him, or like Yudi and Remy, like Yudi's French boyfriend, and Matt and all these other cool people that I brought on, primarily me, brought on to the Skype call. And so long story short, I think I was like sitting in like computer class one day, and he totally sent me a message talking about like how he didn't want to like be with me anymore, and like I was like super annoying. And of course I was like really sad because I was like crying and stuff. I was like, no, like it wasn't necessarily, oh, like I lost a boyfriend thing. I kind of felt more of like I lost my friend type thing. And because I spoke to him every day and it was in Japanese, that was also that element of holy crap, I can't speak Japanese anymore. Like it was just a lot of things going on. And this is also around the time where Mizuki Bichimoto blocked me off of Facebook. You can go find that story, that's Storytime over here in the description box. Okay, you'll find that one. But this was around that time as well. So I was just like really down. I was like, screw Japanese. I don't want to learn Japanese. Japanese people are mean. Japanese people don't even like me. Like I was just going off for a really long time. Yeah, and it freaking sucked. Like it freaking sucked. And I still think about him sometimes. I'm just like, I wonder how he's doing, you know. He would be like 23 by now, you know. Yeah, because I just turned 20. So like, you know, sometimes I wonder about him, like if he's doing okay or whatever. But it was funny because like a couple of years later, he Skyped me again, and like he's talking about how he like dropped out of school, and it was just like a shit show. But I just thought it was funny. And anyways, I also say that it's really cool, even though my experience was like kind of shitty, it's really cool how much of an influence other people have on you. Because it's different when like you're learning a language and you don't have anyone to talk to, but when you have like those types of relationships, even if it's with people who don't speak the language as their first language fluently, if you have like those types of relationships with people who are also interested in it, or like I said, do speak the language fluently or whatever, it just gives you more of like that push and motivation to get better. And that's exactly how I felt with my pen pals and Yuya, even though that situation ended horribly, and Yudi and all my other friends that I still have and hold close to my heart today. Because it's like, oh, if I learn how to say this better, I can talk to them better, and then I can teach them in my own language. So that was always an element. But yeah, that situation was crazy as hell. But yeah, that was my Japanese high school boo thing. I still hope he's okay. And speaking of which, I really want to try to find those pictures. He sent me like this little envelope with like pictures and like a letter. It was super cute. I swear to God, I was jumping up and down when I checked my mailbox. It was really cute. But yeah, まで見てくれて本当にありがとうございました。私の 日本人とのラブストーリービデオでした。よかったらぜひいいのを押して登録もお願いします。またね。またね。サバンナでした。